Hello, everybody. Welcome to this episode of ACE International History Gaming TV. Um, on today's episode, we're going to be talking about 2.3 of ACE International History. So let's get started. All right. So 2.3 is about the attempts to improve international relations. So first, we're going to be talking about the Dallas Plan, which occurred in 1924. So the Dawes Plan reduced Germany's annual reparations to manageable levels. U.S. loans stabilized Germany's economy. France and Belgium withdrew from the Ruhr, and the Dawes Plan helped to maintain total. Oh, wait, no, the Dawes Plan maintained total reparations, but eased payment terms. Okay, so that's the Dawes Plan. As you can see these images on the slide, the one on the left is like a propaganda of the Dawes Plan, while the one on the right is just a representation of the Dawes Plan, as you can see. Alright, next we're going to be talking about the Locarno Treaties in 1925. So for the bullet points I have under Locarno Treaties, it says Germany accepted borders with France and Belgium, as well as Britain and Italy guaranteed the security. The Locarno Treaty symbolized Franco-German reconciliation, and then in parentheses, the Briand-Stresemann cooperation. Limitation: no guarantees for eastern borders, such as Poland and Czechoslovakia. Alright. So the Kellogg-Briand Pact in 1928, 60 nations, including the USA, USSR, and Germany, renounced war. The weakness of this, however, there was no enforcement mechanism, and also the USA retained isolationism. So the Kellogg-Briand Pact is where a bunch of nations, including the USA, the USSR, and Germany, not limited to them, um, renounced the war, but there was no enforcement. So you renounce it, but who cares? There's no enforcement. So didn't really do much, did it? Alright. The Young Plan of 1929. It cut German reparations from 6.6 billion euros to 2 billion euros. France reluctantly agreed due to US pressure and economic pragmatism. Alright, so the US role. Contradiction. Isolationist but mediated reparations to protect loans and trade. Funded Dawes and Young plans to ensure European debt repayments. The League of Nations. It resolved minor disputes but lacked power because the USA nor the USSR were in the League of Nations. And it failed to prevent major crises, such as the Corfu incident, which was one of the failures of the League of Nations. French security concerns. France formed a little entente with Eastern Europe. It formed it with Poland and Czechoslovakia, and it remained distrustful of Germany despite treaties. So on the left is the Little Entente. It was France, Czechoslovakia, Yugoslavia, Romania, just like the eastern countries in Europe. Um, on the right you can see the League of Nations. A lot of countries were in it, but USA was never in it. And the USSR, it looks like it joined later and left later, and as well as Germany. So that's just a really good uh, map of it. Okay, so the German aims. Stresemann sought legitimacy via compliance, the Locarno and League membership, and secretly evaded the Versailles via USSR collaboration, Treaty of Berlin 1926. USSR isolation, excluded from the League because it was distrusted for communism. Rapallo, Berlin treaties with Germany alarmed Western powers because the Rapallo Pact was where the USSR and Germany formed a pact. So this greatly upset or alarmed Western powers. And the economic recovery. Britain and France returned to gold standard and from 1925 to 1928, US loans fueled temporary stability but created dependency. So the US loans kind of stabilized everything for the meantime, but it made everyone dependent on them, which that's never a good thing. So the key themes of this episode are the Young Plan, the Dawes Plan, basically just reparations, compromises, fragile diplomacy, U.S. economic influence, and unresolved distrust, especially of the USSR because of communism, which everyone distrusted. So that is 2.3. Right now I'm about to film 2.4, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you on the next episode, where we will be discussing 2.4. So until next time.